Galway minor teams down through the years. They'll be giving their views to Marty Morrissey.
You have a few changes from the semi-final, haven't you?
We have, Marty. Our full back, Willie Phelan, broke his collarbone in the match against Tipperary, and our corner forward, Ger Elward, has tonsillitis, so he's been replaced as well. Danny Kenny from the Dixborough Club is coming in for Willie Phelan. Martin Gaffney, also from the Dixborough Club, has come in for Ger Elward.
How does that affect the balance of your team?
Hopefully it'll be fine, Marty. Willie broke his collarbone 2 weeks ago, so we've had time to adjust to that, and Danny had been the full back earlier in the year. Martin had a cruciate ligament operation last year and has been our impact sub this year, but he will start now today, and he played in last year's final anyway, so you know, we hope that it won't weaken the team in any way at all.
Sure, you have to look forward to an occasion like this, you know, and it's where we started out every year trying to get to, and now that we're here, we're going to do our damnedest to win it.
It must be difficult because you've only played 2 games. That was against Antrim and Waterford. But against Waterford, Munster champions, you looked pretty awesome at times, didn't you?
Yeah, there were stages when we, you know, looked a fairly complete team, and then at other stages we conceded some sloppy scores, and we're just going to have to eliminate the mistakes today.
Well, now here at Croke Park we have the arrival of the patron of the GA, Dr. Dermot Clifford, and he is accompanied by Uachtaráin Cumann Luachlas Scale, Christy Cooney, and his wife Anne, and of course Christy this afternoon presiding over his first final in his term as the association president. We have a commercial break to take here in the programme. Back after that with the All-Ireland Minor Hurling Final of 2009, Kilkenny versus Galway, and that's coming up. OK, now this afternoon's minor final brings together Kilkenny and Galway, almost ready to start then. So let's go over to our commentator for the day, and that is Micheál O'Shea.
Gurmahagat Michael, agus Schneemer Ha, Galway Olaf, and Tusnahe, and so, at Fort Croquig and Washtach, a Titum, and so, a Lahar Nahuide, agus on Tisha, a Tachtan Potke, and so, on Multoir, James McGrath, a Lahar Napotke, agus Shahuiv in the Forne, Tusnur Dush, le Kilkenny, agus Schneed, no Curry, Ile Aaron, Iatainig, agus on Galiva, Yachantek, Ile Didach Maravi, and the Rig, agus on Multoir, and Ratoid, and son, Shane, Farne. Hier wie James McGrath, gaan toezen Chorlish Nimmert, en Riley Gimmert, to have no live clay, got have no live edition. Be the Woig, Carne Pingin, Agassier the Gimmert, Baded, and Night Nagui, going off with Rolloided. Ach beg and Washtach, Stolium, a Titum, Gotraum, a Gahav Anama, at Fad, Agus Mohalar Parkinson, and Jebefechenter James Regan, Agus Davy Glennon, the Carl Kenny, Agus Ali Walsh, Agus and Ratoid, Agus and Schlitter Katistachige, who's Curra Leshenimmert, Mohalar Naportke, Shelley Buette, and so, James Regan, the Niliv. A bola stach and son, with Donny Fox. Donny Fox am echte stach. Would to get Donny Fox, because a kid scored. I'm sure get Donny Fox on a happy father Ronan.
On a happy agus can on a hawk and ish, agus just like faking in the Cornelia can share. You know, neither comes to beg on I'm sure lesson marsh to go smash in the big town, but Donny Fox he does shin rinchen old cart. Oh, she could am agus Derek in the post and son.
Well, better not feel rabbit, nor dolphin, a fox, agus badger, agus she had. Tosno Madiantaka, Agus Council, Bultamach Gama, Sora Agus Fachta Gadas and Sonaga Jeff Brennan, Bultestach, Akshahe, Johnny Cohn, Cousin Gamahan Southern Island, Johnny Cohn, Fevru, Count Das Bultige, Amach, Harish Law on the Portke, Toolingte, Huntaloon, and so, Agus Fachta, Iga Joling, Goyalaga Shoot, Lederick, I'm Shahenso, Iga Davy Glennon. Davy Glennon agus Corkamain Corfe, Dienta Gadas and Sonage Ali Walsh, and Mohalar Naportke, Agus and Tas Bulte Erigadi, Killian Buckley, Loshach, Chohe Killian, Tishiga Killian, Lashted the Nina Cook Leathers, the Hat, Bulte Hard, Agus Bulte Harrishet Rasna on the other coast goal.
Well, on Ruher and so Killian Buckley, Anna Lewis, Egan Vash, Agus, and Gana Lilo the Hog the Rish, Agus Hannah Trasnon, Count off skill and son, General the Tigan Vash on the Fair Tigan Vash, Anna Happy Father, Agus Pukin Susan British topic.
Agus in it Nule or Clohe Fad and so Agus Cheston Dylan, Bullech, Elenarig, James Regan, the Nilevitsa, Stacha John Hooney, K. York Shelley, Rutrasna, Richie Cummins, and Vaishe, and Vertiantige, Joling, Winter Haffa, Agus Shane Maloney, Wallestach and Toganach, Twiso get a ball, Winter Shane, Agus Anna Hoolin, Shane Maloney.
Well, an O'Brien and Gallivan saw Shinnon and Diffrielt and Son Agus de Cushid and Cossentor, Fru Agus Maloney, well, the William Bart, no doing chance again.
And Teso get a boy, Gagus Beshe and the Venur, a fact, Hovli and Ele, Marvina Tohalish, James Regan, the Nile, Nehuega, Kor Karnash, and Vaishe Scheller, Winterroiga, Killian Buckley, Trasnagadi, Sean Kew, Stacha John Hole, Yagasana, Pointig, Sean Kew, Gasta, the Curry, Ele Aiden, Pointig and Pussy.
Well, Kyo and Shodan Oita, cool Agus Fair, 3 cooling fact, they Kyo Hannah Fence, Comortus, Agus, just struck here and topic Agus hand trust on, and the skill and son.
Marcin. Score has yet already built to trust in the pocket and saw a chance in Ishika Kilkenny, dull, Edinun Sea. Well, Sean Kew. Well, to Markadas and Sonagadi, Kilkenny, Stacha John Hole, like a star Kilkenny, Crankeen, and Ish Kilkenny.
Ja, Kimi Kilkenny taktisch dachte Victoria nicht Agus Anna Hachik to get Riche Fehe made a machine there on pass a Hogan Tagus Rish Pan Sugar Hunter Agus and Crinners Hunter so Clay Shogadisha.
Marcin, Markadi, Lorna Porke, Agus Chance and so get Killian Buckley. Trasna Rish Gri Kilkenny and Farafwid Colleen O'Hieniv. Will to go Heschel about the Sege, as the Tachtamachama, Dahibor. Have no issue that a banal on the dig, young Alive. Agus Jeshan so get Joling sticks a Hooney down Bra Father Agus the Curry Il Eden Say Galiv and Galiv Cossent Goma will trust on the point Gidi Donny Fox Evi Mar Lecholi Lloyd Tosno Lloydern Agus Shohe Matthew Keating down Bra Father Ovachu Gidi in double on board Kafacht get James Gannon Stacha John Hooney, a chance and so get Brian Flaherty, Farrello Fanel na Blian Mundig, Machti Lorna Porke, Donny Fox and so reached, Farafuri hit score, Stacha John Hooney, Agadienta Gamaha Meloni, Joling, Nis Farfos, Joe, the Guanamach, Harish Lorna Porke, Anna Umwich, the father in the Ford Nagadisa, a chance and so get Davy Glennon, Davy, Trust on the Porke, Goody Richie Cummins. Richie Gumpo, Richie Mac, the other Vlachestach, Trasnat Sogudi, Jason Grealish, Corgloto, Jason, Agazana Hansika, Jason, Agastasia, the coast goal, Jason Grealish.
And a score on Son on Galliv, Agus and Defrielton Thompson or Davy Glennon, we should brave find out Hook Jim Passamach to Erduscudi Cummins, Agus Hook Cummins, Amacudi Grealish, Agus Crinnistry showing Galliv.
Far Horstintje goede, een clublijn in de middag, Sylvie en daar nog maar al naar Parkert, zo James Regan reached de gloesjacht, Stacha Joe en Goeie. Agus aan de hand stikken zo Ronan Badger, Roger wat is dat? En back die tel, chance en goal, it's a goal, it's a Richie Cummins. Aan de hoes dan gaan.
Well, Lido Distach and Shinagus Badger Dano, Anna Lloyd, Agus Anna Happy Agus, Capita Deuce could have she saw White and Senex go by the John Power, Shansoon to Agus, when the Commons and Red Cart Dordic share, Agus Staxeline Tansakuna.
Richie, the GimmertonEdig Doy, Agus Kilkenny Anna Happy as father in on say, Agus Shanson so it scored again. Canis Maher, the other Blocalta, she had falls in on say. Fast in the pocket, and Ish, Goody Walter Walsh, against Harris Trasnon, again Walter.
Well, the Hashman, Walter Walsh-Chin, Rainfa, Abiak Damar, the Viakan Kahuan, so Eric Cool Dialog, and Chance Cinema, August just the Vuchan and Trasnon, August Nilak Gokuli Natrinish. I can't clear Godisa.
Anna Mool, Anna Vriever, or the man again Dahave. Jacker Shelley behind it, so Lorna Poitke, Chance again Niall Burke. Miles van het Talhoon, Mehewig, Agus Wintero, Utsa, again James Gannon, Nihak Richie Doyle, Chanson so get Dahi Burke, Dahi Cousin Comani, Hashet Mehewig, again Canis Maher, Dacha Jones, oh, look at Samuel, Stick the Antonson, go Fergal Flannery. Wiltamach. Mongerucht an Dave Lean and Matthew Keating. Stachanish goody Donny Fox. Donny Cussant. Lahar na Huidi. Glóte goody Niall Burke. Machta go mahaga Niall. Rasna I Joe an Chuine. Agus Joling Huntusig and so. Shane Maloney. Lartiente ige Joling. Dachal Lashley. Agus Sherry Richie Cummins a reach. Danach san Nordkart, san Homkart. Agus a Wiltshire Green Tar Richie Anna Green.
Well, the Honig on score on son on Galway. Richie Cummins and son, but Bottoon Bjog didn't take Joling and Shin. Bako don't lead the Koshis on TV in Shaks Wood Shaks Law.
Martin Anna Vertich Dinte and so Geshan Kyo and Hibwig reached. Koro Karnash, Vertientige. Ravaris, agus Dish School and so get Killian Buckley, Killian Agalish, Daharuhar, Wintiga Shoot and Ishkari, Canis Mahar, Mielavoid, agus again Martin Gaffney, Stahan Liam Town, agus Keel Quinnig, and Ashkatrean.
Well, the Bay Lewis Buckley is Ian and Cool and son, agus Hepper on Cool by the way to stop agus Hepper if we don't son and Gallup Johnny Conan Hook Korishtakak. Kimi Killian Buckley, Passuntuk, a Macon Tossiger and son, agus well, Rinch and Bart, just bullet bra, comported Staxel in town or clay.
Agus Nidolum Gole count Corre, a moo again to Falls Ronald, no, I said the fat and green.
On Crinis, Harbor.
Agus Chancellor and so I get Kilkenny, Martin Gaffney. Will take Martin, a Marty, Cathal Kenny, go hard, agus a reach, Taki, Kilkenny, Anna Fainty.
Well, Shannon Dara Coolin and Shea Carl Kenny, agus Tashik Tot Anna Hockey done a tosser for the Mike and Son, agus reached the fixture Susan on the road of your stray, agus dear Cannon Trust now.
Martin, the curry ille Aaron, may have painted in keen, a top Bader, Hoyd Vog, Nagui hit a cut and saw Ken after she roll out. Will to make the Lord na Port, a chance to get Jason Grealish at so, and Galway had it on say, I had Neil Hill. Or the Moichter Fadatra, Stitter Butterstach, I guess Chanson so reached to get Dahi Bork, Dahi Huntusig, Sulkin hit Irish Litter again, Lantamach, last modern linie, Cook Vedragastahad, I guess Machter the Nunsi and so, Ollie Walsh, Ollie Machterstach and Stitter Buntago, and son again Tony Fox, Anna Vlokal Diente, again I live in Anna Hossent, I guess Imihe or Nile Bork, Schlauna Hechan Talon. Het Vos Reuben, a Koruk, Edidalov. Vos. Agus and Ford Kenneth Lewin. Agus and Vertiente in Eden Lee, and so I get James Gannon. Agus Hongrucht and Dave Lean, and so chance to get Brian Flaherty. The beast not to hit larger than a Hosnick, a quick sheer a mass no custom toady. Anna Lapinson, I get Danny Kenny. Agus Mehemach, and so. Toxayer, the Kilkenny, Schneanson, Danny Kenny.
Well, the Vian Talish and Mike Marvey, better Kelly Kui Koshki and Toka Gagus better Grifsha, Exulish and Lesh and Boxers, didn't clish the Danish in audition.
Martin Richie Doyle, Baunele Aiden on the Digget. Wilter Stach, I guess, a cousin Gamahanso, Joseph Cooney, Walder, Vegamach and Amona, that no honor head, Niall Burke, Joe Cooney. Loya Chavigan Alive, Shahen Niall Burke, Harlevi Gimmerted Son on the Rig, I guess, cool boy, attack the Mach, Lanta the Mach, and so Kongrucht and Dave Line, Joe Cooney reached the ball at Stach, Davy Glennon, Stachel Ashley, cousin to Luke Harney, will take a shoot, I guess, Donny Fox at Sunday Alive, Shahe Donny. Rasna na Poitke and so goody Jason Grealish, Amach Elehachul, goody Niall Burke, Rasna and so Agus will take a Niall Burke, Agus on Hiet Count Sachloha Kura Shachran.
Agus da wirklich sé team an san de vi Grealish treisre hestachen da direction Lirodo de wirklich sé direct stacker and goal so Bottoon better like Niall Burke on chance in Hogan den Echer.
Martin John Powden so Mac Richie agus well the hard Richie at final Shincher Kilkenny Coma Bhfuilte go siú de machchad sa go dtí lár na páidce agus skippa an dalamh I dtíar an san ag Brian Flaherty. Mar sin tusaíar de Kilkenny agus deise go dul níos a hí chun cín.
Agus de bhí roiinfadíine beganín búra faoi gromple na parke nómh taréis beidir Macíri agus an bhíach tá sé thbála fadní sé choristeachar an gluhéine chur.
Ní léon lesú bhfuidir báid gnuh dtíar an Ronald agus sethe Sean Kill. Sean Kill leistigh den líne cúgvéidir agus trífahéid. Agus deisige Kilkenny go chur níos a híochan cín. Bhfuilte go háard agus an chiad ceann chur mú inis ag Kilkenny agus ceann ag an ngáileh go dísa. Is beag é sin na Ronald.
Is beag sin de ná bhí bhhaid dís mó búta ar fóríil an san sa chéad dénoméadach anna chrín ar fad agus anna oine chumá ag glóigh na seansanna.
Mar sin feachta go glúte mo lár na páidcin ige Ollie Walsh agus chalíistíanta dar nó is dúil da súda bheitchan gomachchan na mánaíocht ó heh hanahar agus a ehir.
Se don agus Michael ahar agus tá sé sin Guinness ar an bhn faoi féhéana le hána thuide. Ach an rud faoin galibhanis sinna an dara poc sé a thug si don de Kilkenny leistigh den méad agus i gona Kilkenny nó i gona éonar an caiithú na pocan na séir gean amach nó idir leidú chomór agus is féidir. Agus an fear seo an bhachan na pocan na séir a thugant.
Mar sin lár na páidce Richie Doyle. Bhí ar a banna a bhí gimirtan ag dar nó. Anna bhfuilte ábhíonn beag ar dhéisiige agus mar sin tócamach a bheith ann de Fergal Flannery. A bhí sa chúl a mudig chomá agus col cethar de Cyril Donnellan é seo. Bhfuilte go Fergal fachtan san ige Joseph Cooney. Bhfuilte raig ach an bhartíanta go James Gannon máth níl fós. Fiad a rébe, tá sé go Sean Kew. Sean Kew, trasna na páidce an sa, go dtí Martin Gaffney. Martin a bóla amach an sa, go dtí Ollie Walsh. Steach Joe Cooney a rís, Joseph Gwalimach. Agus an pas, go dtí Matthew Keating. Teachta Gaudir, James Regan, Winter Ró. Agus Hóruk an sa, Dahi Burke. Dahi, díanamh go má. Slitter Curavaras go deasige agus brú go dtí James Regan a thug luiseach cúgvéidir stahad fósa luiseach dána geise go James Regan anna róthar cad í mé géir inis míle bháide builte agus puc cúgvéidir agus tífahéid.
Well anna rúthar an son ar fad agus inar na dála ní a bhíon róige bhéidirach rinne sin rud ceartan sin gear sé go garadin san agus do bhúil sé agus fó sé 65 gas nó a bhí sé beidir ag dul ar fóríil so sin bónus don galibh bhéidirach anna chosanta sin ag Kilkenny de cosíd breúir agus bhí ar an gúlbáid an son John Tower bhúil amach do 65.
Mar sin deis an sa ag Niall Burke ó an mór Mary hí Eric Lee Hahn an idig. Agus deisige an cúlín cóscóid a raimsiúd an ngáileh carúideach le imre méthe gan má gáine atra láthar na huidir an finte bháin. Bhfuilteige agus bhfuilte Joe Tair na láimh deise an Counson cura ar bólaí aige. Mar sin tócamach an sa de John Power. Nef Kieran dar nó agus ógur ríist chun imire an bhíonn chun Joseph Cooney. A bóla amach an sa go dtí Davy Glennon, chalíist déantar Davy agus deis sa ag Niall Burke ina thuid. An scóil a chothar mú. Craindíireach lár na páidce. Leoin bheith ghaithe ina chuine bheith Ronald.
Se agus beidir bhfuil de bhúil Richie Doyle ceannar stré chumá agus beidir bhfuil si gurí dola de híar an le hí san an bhar.
Se hé croma a bóla agus cuma bhaid níos fearr ar a gansa thar sé drasnáin ag Niall Burke tá sé idir cóscóil.
Well de bhúil an ceann sin go láidir agus níor chuigan líróid éonáid ach rinne sé chuildíar a cheann trasnáin. Ceann an yes.
Mar sin John Power. Ach, Harris Lord na Portke, Donny Fox, here a Cossant. Agus dar nos na lína le Cossanta a bhí sé Davy Glennon. Búilte a raig ige siúd, seansan so ige Danny Kenny. Danny Kenny stigan at Willie Phelan a gortathe. Ach, Danny ar a banéal na rig choma amachan so inis go dtí Luke Harney. Iawn bra fada agus fachta go glótig a Walter Welsh. Walter a gwalistach inis go dtí Martin Gaffney. Martin Gow an pass ro adach an cín an son ar Canis Mahar. Mi ábharach an son a ghónal.
Well, is minnig godal sin agus an sais tactic vín costoina, you know, cur brewer an din an passi en agus just vi dirach like bit a latri can an din agus tam yak nís buige vi yak stigin a lá agus vi kintas nítan. Chansun to get Kilkenny Coilte Conson.
Roadach an cín de Canis Mahar beidir. Fergal Flannery, Machdi Lorna Portke, Ollie Walsh. Lagach an talú nach fachtan so gan Niall Burke. Eilish Dacha John Chuine, Georg Shellif, Baltasa. Olsa de Dalov, Ian Duggan, Shahe Ian, Schlaunahe, Eide Hanna Hapig, Schlitter geglote de Chaman, Anna Hossen Tielton Sunnige, Ian Duggan, Agus Kilkenny-ish, Olaf Handal Edinun Sea, Dahi Bork, Agus Walter Walsh, Anna, Horo Katra, Shahe Martin Gaffney, Shansagama, oh, Wilte, El Hebna Lavidishe, Drachaun about the sun.
Well, Anna Skillan so Iver Canis and Duggan Kashi go huntuk an son agus you know really general cart an níród a bhúla hís an Clián.
Marsin. Wiltemach, Harris Lord na Portke, fachta go glóte an Niall Burke san éil, seo hen Niall fóha buinte go, a sé had nashe, a sé ge had nash, agus carcur a go hige, a sé láidid. Dacha Joe, term a lábig lé offa. Snean clog agus snean score. Iad gobid rob, waller gola, an so. Agus Tokamach, de John Power. Agus gan ein score ige Kilkenny mar a chéintse van son le Deno matí inis. An gudi sé éis sin in a ceart, seo hé Davy Glennon. Macha Joe an chlíháin an so. Ach an bhart dianta an son. Ige Danny Kenny inis. Stoppathe an so, ige Davy Glennon, gudi Matthew Keating. Trast an na Portke. Agus céigeoge seo Jason Grealish beidir, seo hé Jason. Bhfuilte ró adach an cín ábhidínig agus, well, disin so ige Danny Kenny. Fachta ige Danny, agus planta ige Danny. Seo hé James Regan. Stachel Ashley, gudi Jason Grealish, Jason, chance ige Jason. Bhfuilte ige Jason, agus pointed as ige Jason Grealish.
Well, sin blúr má himar an son agus anna fast an sin, anna fast topic an sin agus nuair a fór Grealish an chance to chuirte díreach Haran Trasnánach. Lína le chúil inis an na Galway ag fáil smachta lína le tosathe Kilkenny agus i déanamh anna bhá.
Agus puck séir an so de Kilkenny. Agus deis scorála beidir. Sean Kew an Sgielson a chur in na cheart beidir. Gan ein scór les os le éom a diag. Tá deis inis ige Sean Kew isin a chur in na cheart. Agus Matthew Keating beidir a fágan na Portke gan Rovail agus Mark Horton beidir róna le tachan Portke.
Se agus tháinig sin na barcha chumá sa lecréamh agus úna seanháin nuair tháinig sé chun Portke an lá sin.
Sean Kew mar sin deis ige siúd an scór a chóir mú an so. Bhfuilte ige Sean Kew agus bhfuilte terna lábhí lé chéirí cín inis cura ar seachránacha agus Matthew Keating I mithe Mark Horton istig.
Well, beidir nó a bhí geistú ná go bhfuil Anna Lewis ag Cillian Buckley agus beidir nach raibh Keating tafi go lódóir agus beidir Horton began níos tapúla agus níos leidre.
Mar sin fear reachmhuiil tacathe chun Portke. Ardelo, Donald Fox, bhfuilte go siúd lena bhróig. Agus seansan sa go Joseph Cooney. Joseph I meach leis, a dúra sé fé scór. Ceann beo fad agus crin go man, bhfuil sí fada do hóbach obair de an seans fós am íola bháide agus puck cúgvéad agus tíofahéad ag go léir ón slitar sanna bhfuil Joseph Cooney Jonah Carnoy go rónal.
Well, tá sena ceachtain an son de chúlbaire líg haar an trasnáin é má tá sí dólán agus de bhúltí an trasnáin ach, you know, beidir mí haí an son a rifir a cúid agus sin an galir sé milóí daínig sé mána defa an líród a scúpáile staachta bhí cúl cinnta cach, you know, ní hagan cíl revís, but anna hansa an galah an son agus you know, ní dhéananig sé sin íon rud a bhuinín John Páraníg seo.
Nar nó Shane Maloney farasóig idir báid gan na skillúlir fad agus anna bhí an chán, muintear na gailí sú le gaisce buig siúd na blianta háile teach beidir Niall Borcanis, deise go siúd. An gaile bh chur níos a héchan cín. A gardú a bóla agus builte go siúd, haris a drasnáin, puinte deasa go Niall Borc.
Agus bhí an ceantin ag tastáil bhí si i gceannas ar an gléil le 5 nóméad nuas agus bhí scór mar sin ag tastáil le chuní de cumáid sa túl.
Mar sin, iad a cosan go maithan Davy Glennon a bh iirecht stoppathe. Agus Conor Borcutsa agus inis Joseph Cooney trasna inis go dtí Mark Horton deise go siúd a chéad iirecht blocáiltha áfach agus takeithe gaidir Conor Borc. Bhfuilte Conor fachta ansa ag Ian Duggan isteach go dtí Ollie Walsh. Ollie meach leis an slitar ar a chamáin, seo Ollie meach go fóil anna luas chus céim na breatha fada. Bhfuilte isteach ach sáirithe go deasa Stiganson ag Daithí Borc. Ní bhuaig afach agus fós seansa go Kilkenny go meach léthe go dtí Cillian Buckley. Cillian a dtíarach slí anamh do hin. Anna bhar ar fada gluiseacht. Druiche an rís Daithí Borc sa bheith na bail. Lanta go siúd an bhaig James Jason Grealish a cancer. Joig Donny Fox Donny gluiseach. Cúgvéadar tíofahéad, cúgvéadar is dahad, Donny meach leis go fóil. Stechan is go dtí Ronan Badger. Deise go Ronan amach dtí Niall Borc. Niall Fevrú, Niall a bóla, agus anna chrín ag an Niall Borc sin in, 3 pint ag an Niall Borc.
Well, bin scór út sin ó Borc, bhí mhláín típla anna over Badger an son agus an takeíocht an Niall Borc, rúsin din asal lí agus hanan trasnáin, anna scór a fad agus bacóga meach beidir scór ag Kilkenny hísa tíhile.
Mar sin an gaileh imithe sífaointach an tusig agus Daithí Borc go cosint anna bhathóibh deise le fósaige I hénig is Walter Welsh a dhéchan le chéile. Bhfuilte anna taobh líne, Joseph Cooney roibe. Hongrach den taobh líne ansa ag Jeff Brennan. Agus stachan is dí Martin Gaffney. Ach tá sé mithe má charis a taobh líne, puck taobh líne bheith ann. Han Bratton Ardigan Meyer ní ican an réiteoide, cíanan is séta sé puck slasa a bheith ann ansa don gaile. Matty Murphy an son agus sásta go maithe dír na hónal.
Tá slogad sé gimmer go maithan son agus tá lína lechúil mar dút me agus go háir an son Davy Glennon lá na park tá smacht a chuir an gluthe I slí agus Kilkenny an son tá bháil bháilte stígaá fellatá anna áda fannach tá taréis tepáda éon líród áda chuir isteach.
Johnny Cohn a bóla agus Jason Grealish. Is bide a raig. Kilkenny a cosint. Hurling. Ceann bra fan a taobh líne ach fachta ansa ge Brian Flaherty. Ryan a bóla go crín ansa go dtí James Regan. James Regan go dtí Donny Fox. Gacha Joe mí ábharach sleanathe an talún ach tá dis ansa ag ní bhfuilte taobh na lábh clé go Ronan Badger.
Sin just aspatahí an son Badger bhuina seanna bh chuna í ródáil sa chéad dul síos an sonach ní bhí déanamh gach beidir stop agus é casa agus a chuir an trasnáin.
Sníad an son agaibh na statisticí agus Kilkenny go dtíarach dul in ónsaí ar dala. Seans fós an sacha mátha Conor Borc anna talún agus puck slasa de Kilkenny. Deis an sa beidir ag Ollie Walsh. Ní héin is ach Cathal Kenny agus Cillian Buckley seo é Cillian ach tá an bhirteáin Cathal Kenny is dócha se.
No big she simúlan sem mai kan sin fékan an godi si trasna cean óige ag irí gháilta bháil se hanig deach sa cluthe.
Cahal agus Walter viidir súd bert gimmert na rig, nuair ginnar a bhert ar in Gaileh. Leis na cúil. Trí cín I raidig leis in Gaileh éans chúla scóráil, Conor Burke go cosan go maith go dtí Davy Glennon, seansa go Davy, ceann an áard ar fad, agus deist an gúlbáide beidir. Hón, verta go tite agus bhfuil calaís déantan san ar Badger.
Well, de Vasses de Gorevach nur a Louis on Lochfechen and son V McGrath hook she on Toxer agus you know what top Toxer conish but Kimi in she. Yeah, Kinton son the hook she sunkto cool keen and son agus you know bit of the shin tactic you know a vina cornte wontwe agus hunte kailche egenom son.
Mar sin deise go Nileborg an Carú Colín ach nóthú an sa agus an Gaileh chur Céir faointe chun cín Nileborg ó an mór Mary bhí ann an rig agus builte ó ísile agus seansa go Badger agus sára hiiste go ríist fé ó bháil déanta go Kilkenny in is dúra sé sin misneach a dúra sé sprach a chuid Macht is slitter het agus an lochtaíocht a leistíir dul. Chansa ige Mark Horden. Winter a bhar ige Ollie Walsh. Machta go deasa Johnny Cohen, bhuirrtaige go dtí Jason Grealish. Jason a gluiseach go tréan. An bhartaí an teidir ríiste go Ollie Walsh. Stachel á slí an sa. Agus Chansa ige Martin Gaffney. An a bhlocáil ige Gaileh Davy Glennon. Agus Puxir an sa don Gaileh agus túra sé sin sprach a chuid.
Well, nadir bhúil nail Burke an Puxir sin na gceartain éair meascail sé ggéir chun an trasnáin, but nuair a tháinig an líróid amach í Badger an sin, bhí ag súil beidir go gurigh sé sa líontáine ach seans ag nail Burke chun an trasnáin inis.
Cíar súid ar siúd chun bháisteach ach mead bhuaig agus sé chuin Nileborg.
Dúid?
Niall a bóla agus a bóla go maith hana sé trasnáin chéir faointe inis ag an Nileborg.
Cíimiid in sé nó hanig semach de Badger an Vlock Island san ó Richie Island san agus ní bhór an Gaileh féin ó das.
Agus bhéchar sin fi hinómat inis ó scóráil Kilkenny. Oní Fox a bóla agus Joling a cosan go maith. Joling fehrú. Agus iad fós fehrú an sa ach seo James Gannon. Ópainte go James an sa go Nileborg. Niall a gluiseacht agus fearna Gailí ar a dalamh Niall a bóla ach trasna aige bháide agus Ronan Badger ar a dalamh agus a gorte Ronan Badger.
Well, má bhín sé sin má hasí, you know, má scádó imachtú an Barkinson, cailún túntaach mór a bheith Ronan Badger don Gaileh tá sé gimmar tarbán ar fad.
Agus mar sin báide agus na buinte an sa ag an Gaileh agus héana cúig ige sin anna chóngrach de lehamansa héana cúig agus na choirí ile éireann agus Ronan Badger fós ar a dalamh an gáintear cór leis ach an nimmar til leanúnta raig eisteach go leor agus dis an sa ige Kenneth Maher bhuilte stachel á slí sára ige Conor Burke go machtaí Mark Horden seo hé Mark a casa agus a bóla Fachtaige Ollie Walsh. Chansaige Ollie na sleánathe an san ó Cathal Kenny agus fachtaige Brian Flaherty. Badger trasnanis go dtí Shane Maloney seo hé Shane a gluiseacht a tógánach chuig bheidir is datha duile á bhí gíre gluiseacht dana bha. A meach leis go fóil agus go naon sar Nileborg chance a cháil Cole an san ag Richie Cummins. Cole an a háchtach a fad agus sin an am breise sa chéad le.
Agus ceann cinúna an sin agus ceann sicóíocht túil mar defa díra cruibh le Hamanson agus anna rúthar an sanna Maloney agus de fiúch sé Mark Cummins agus bhí Niall Burke ag ruhéisteach sa taobh so you know í chun cíine is do roiinfá agus tiltachá.
Mar sin na fórna a fágad na páidce an Gaileh go mór a stig le héin gimmar te dás iad go mór chun cín na cúil hetar a gaimsúnaring a sé daimse an sa im léanacha agus iad anhástir fada págin na páidce agus ruhirráis go dtí sa lo iad téisimmar tonight na gaíana fuil roláidir an scóra le haum an gailir.
Coming in here at Croke Park on hurling finals big day. This will be a very good day actually to be in early, because all you're going to get out in the streets today is an old soggy bag of chips, because it's raining fairly heavily out there at the moment. In the dry and the warm of our studio here in Croke Park, Cyril Farr, Gerlach Nan and Tomás Mulcahy with me. Certainly have to be very happy with the way Galway got in the first half.
Yeah, they're playing great stuff, 7 points up. It's a great lead at half time. You'd have to say that the big difference in the teams is the Galway forwards. 5 out of 6 have scored. Now, young Badger full forward hasn't, but he's been fouled a few times. He's instrumental in a lot of the scores. But they are on fire up front, whereas Kilkenny uncharacteristically are missing frees and they're kind of ponderous up front. And Burke full back is having a great time on Waterways because he's a big strong reserve. But it's up front that Galway are really setting the world on fire. They look good, but Kilkenny are great for second half comebacks. You just couldn't count them out of the game. But I'd say if Galway can keep going as they're going, they should win this game.
Galway seem to be obsessed with getting goals in that first half.
Yeah, and there's Richie Cummins and these fellas. There's this great full forward line. Richie's there from last year. He's a great hurler from the Garth Club. Now this from the puck out here. The ball comes out. Now you must remember, Michael, at this stage the ball it's very well. The pitch is very wet.
Yeah.
You know, lovely ball coming in, float across. Regan floats this across, comes right in here. Badger gets underneath. It breaks down here. Now there's a Shemazel here. He's on go. But look what happens here. What he does here, he flicks it up back at net. Now it's very hard to do that. I thought he was going to flick it on the ground and probably got in there as well. But if you watch it again, what he actually does, he makes 2 movements. So the Badger goes in, and the ball breaks here. He blocked here when they go in. Now look at this, up and back to the net.
Yeah.
It's unusual that he flicks it up, strikes it back net, but he's that kind of a character. He's a brilliant player with his club, Garth, and he's a future star for Galway. The under-21s wanted him as well, but he had a few stitches in his hand, he couldn't play.
Well, he's certainly been going well this year so far, there's no doubt about that, Gerlach Nan. Kilkenny, in fairness, hit back then, they got a goal of their own.
Well, the story of this game is that the first 10 minutes is absolutely fantastic. 1-4 each, 2-8 all from play. One of the goals here. Now, look at here. Today is a day for forwards running at defenders, and all of the goals have come today from forwards running at the defence. A defender today in the slippery ground is very uninclined to make a full commitment, because if he misses the tackle, he has to go to a roundabout nearly to come back again.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Now, this was a very, very good goal, beautifully worked goal, and finished like Eddie Brennan, not a haymaker of a shot into it.
Yeah,
but the curious thing about the game is that Kilkenny had 1-5 scored after 10 minutes. They haven't scored since.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, there's 21 minutes
in the first half there was 11 minutes before we had the first five.
The
first free. It was different half, you know.
Yeah.
Each gets scores, you know. So.
But it's not that Kilkenny have gone out of the game, because in fairness to them, they've missed a lot of wides in that first half as well.
They've missed a lot of wides, and I think that the Kilkenny goalkeeper doesn't look the most comfortable man. That ball that we saw come off the crossbar down the end line, he's kind of come off his line once or twice. Even we see now, I'd say we'll see for the third Galway goal there, or the second Galway goal there as well, right? That he's kind of caught no man's land as well as the guy is going in. But I mean, I think
this is the goal you're talking about.
This is the one we're here, right? I mean, again, Jura's right. I mean, it's a day for taking on your defender, getting inside, you know. It's a great run.
Everyone's shouting, go for a point.
Put the ball over the bar, you know. No, I mean, you've seen the goalkeeper coming out there. I mean, if he's going to come, he's got to take man and ball at that stage. Being honest with you. So last line.
Watch what he
see
does.
the hand pass coming across, right? Keeper. I mean, he must make the tackle there, certainly, you know. So I mean, it was a simple tapping in the end. But Galway have looked very, very effective.
All the power from Galway was from the 2 midfielders again. They scored 6 points in play the last day. Regan and Glennon, absolutely brilliant. And Niall Burke at centre forward.
Yes.
Those 3 are controlling the game and controlling the supply ball in.
That Kilkenny are even missing the long range frees. I know it's wet, but Burke is missing very little, and Kilkenny have tried 2 or 3 free takers already.
The star man for me in that first half was David Glennon, midfield number 9, right? He's small in stature, but he is reading the game so well as a midfielder.
And Niall Burke delivering brilliant ball for centre forward.
All right, let's know, of course, apart from today's All-Ireland minor final, we're also looking forward naturally to this afternoon's senior final between Kilkenny and Tipperary. Now let's go outside for the moment, because Joanne Cantwell is talking to someone who is he's taken a short break from the minor match, starred in a few of them in recent years himself, but is also here today looking forward to the senior final.
Well, one title that almost certainly won't be decided at Croke Park here today is that of top scorer in this year's championship, because it looks like Joe Canning has that one in the bag already with his 345, and it's unlikely to be touched today by either Kilkenny or Tipperary. Joe, you have obviously played against Kilkenny this year, did very well against them, Galway did for large periods of the game. What is the key to breaking through?
I don't know. I suppose if we knew that, we probably would have beaten them earlier on in the year. But it's hard to know. I think it's just to match their intensity and try and improve yourself on that. And you need a lot of luck on the day. You know, you need them to play a bit below their good form, and you need to play a bit above yourself. And you don't know, Tipperary might do that just today.
Well, obviously the forwards really need to break down their backs. How difficult a task is that?
It's difficult because they're such close marking, you know. They kind of sit back, the centre back sits back, so there's not much room for the full forward line to run around, and I don't think Tipperary will have the freedom that they had in the last couple of games, you know. So it's just going to be a tough battle. Tip half forward line have to be on top of on the Kilkenny half back line if they have any chance of winning today, you know.
And how big a possibility is that they will get on top?
Well, with the weather we have today, you know, there's every possibility, you know, there'll be a few breaks here and there from slipping and sliding, and I don't think the pitch will stand up to much today, so it's going to be tough, but hopefully it'll be a good game anyway.
Tipper Kilkenny to win?
Kilkenny.
Oh, there you go. That's the verdict of this year's top scorer in the championship. Joe is obviously here to lend his support to the Galway Miners. We better let him get back to his seat.
Well, this is the press room, the media room, and you can feel the buzz and the energy every day here when there's a match in Croke Park, but especially the day of an All-Ireland hurling final. Here are some of the experts. I'm joined by Tony Constantine from the Irish Examiner. Who do you think will win?
I fancy Kilkenny, Marty. I think they'll just about do it today. You know, I think it could be a great game, though. I'm looking forward to a great All-Ireland final. I hope it is a great All-Ireland final.
Cliona Foley from the Irish Independent.
Tipperary, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's a time to get Kilkenny when everybody has so much pressure on them. There's very little pressure on Tipperary. Young players like Noel McGrath, Mar don't, you know, first day out in Croke Park, because they're so young, they won't be afraid. So actually, I think it might be the day for them.
We will wait and see. We move on. Sorry, lads, for interrupting here. Dermot Flynn from the Examiner. Who do you fancy? Is it going to be a Munster team?
Well, I think that without a shadow of a doubt, the two best teams in the country are in it, you know, and Tipperary are coming up very strongly, but I think all the evidence, you know, for the last 3 or 4 years has been coming to this. I think Kilkenny, but I think that Tipperary, their day is coming.
Well, the man beside you, I'm sure he's from Tipperary, Damien Lawler, Sunday Independent. I presume you fancy your own county.
Well, I'm the only journalist in Ireland, I'd say, to go for Tipperary at this stage, but I just think, Marty, that...
Cliona has joined you.
There's only 2 of us in Ireland who've gone for Tipperary, and I just think we've pace. We've been down for a long time. Well, when I say we, Tipperary have been down for a long time, and I think maybe that the tenacity is going to come today, Marty. They've got a good chance anyway.
Well, who better to tell us who's going to win than our own Micheál?
Well, Kilkenny are on the top of the Roll of Honour. They've now done a 3 in a row, something they hadn't really done before. 4 in a row has been done once. They want to draw level, and I think they will.
Jerry Slevin, former editor of the Nina Guardian. Yes, you have the final word, Jerry.
Damien hasn't read the Nina Guardian this week, obviously, because I said Tip were going to win too, and I'm sticking with that, right?
There you go. We look forward to a great All-Ireland final. The experts are divided. All the media, some say Tipperary, some say Kilkenny. We'll have to wait and see.
Agus sin olaf chun túsa chur leis tarna leis Sean Phelan take chun páidge do Habradorn agus Dearn Captain Bader Sean Kew imihe. Mar sin an réitúid a mohansa James McGrath agus Farasbar seach buinte ansa again Ngailib ag lehaum agus cóid bheag na gaithe cos a tarna le Donny Fox am halár na páidge James Gannon an ag Kilkenny agus Ngailib a cosint ansa Johnny Cohen Wharbeag das, Wilte Stacha John Huine, agus Shanson so, ag Ronan Badger. Down the hill of Challow Napa, agus Danny Kenny, a cousin to so. Agus Corcomoyne, Dassenson, Slitter, Edadalov, Bachta, and so, ag Joling. Os Niluterator, Bachta Nedden Leg, Richie Doyle. Count Jafada, agus Deshin Saga Walter Watch, Shanagish Walter, the Gushik, Matlish, a Bertin Polidafach, Dahi Borka, Cousin Danava Gadisa, Better Yanziga, Dahi Bork, and son of Walter Walsh.
The Rookshire against Jensen, agus ní a bhíon gála sin mar you know Burke tá an lábh an Oachtar gur Walter Walsh tá sé anna happy agus just struction against Jensen Kimi and sanna agus ní a bhíon gá mar fi Walter Walsh dul amach on gúil agus you know ní se cúlín agus trí puxéir horta joig sin cúlín cinnte.
Martin Gaffney, Deshigan Hiet score on 8 nómad an géad le bhí héna cúgi ige Kilkenny ní léon scór hinna lehecha ach deis ige Martin Gaffney an scéalasan a chur na ceartanis a dús an tarna le ansa. Martin I bhí gortathe ar nó take ar neist sé seo brád glún agus tá san déantaige an bhearna líad a hinne ige go dtí sé faointe.
Well, the Coilen Galif, Clehe Ufas, a complete Catavian Love and Otra Costa Dalla, Kilkenny, Culture Des, Couple Delegagus, Picture the Queen of Ashin in Uv.
Marchen. Killian Buckley, Edenonsi, and so the Kilkenny. Stachel Ashley. Agus Cossington, so Brian Flaherty. Agus a Glana. Amacha Joe, Lorna Poitke. Achter amo and so the Kilkenny. Agus Bulte Stach. Their Temple and so is Kilkenny. Halabola, Agus Savoil, Vahestego, Dain Sherach. Dahi Bork, Agus Berra Erganzi, Rahi and Trussa. Marchin, James McGrath, and son. Agus Dish and so, Ege Fergal Flannery. Beter een Galway chorre in ons zie, le kool werk na guihe. Son dientige. Schlitter mehe en son o James Gannon. Halar na Poitkin is, Shahir Richte, Bluishach. Agus a bola. Stach Marabel Canis Mahers. Agus een werkdiente Connor Burkett. Agus Joseph Kooninish. Joseph Fevro. Joseph a bola. John Tevline agus Gaffamach. Puckschlasse de Kilkenny.
Well, the Caffar Argo will unlove and Oak a Kilkenny son, on a go Alson and son, if the Coigatag him at Lorna Park and Ish, James Gannon, I guess, Kilkenny Contussig, the K Couple made, I guess, Kaigan Galifek Kurmuk, go Mully and she'd on the Clares go mad and she'd smack there and Ish.
Cahal Kenny, Bader Master Gossan Tohil, another Van der Shell on the Vadele, will take a Cahal, Jonah Carnoigi, Rit Trasna, Brian Flaherty, a Bola. Tacht Gouder, Joseph Cooney, Inish, Sha, o Connor Burke, Darno. Agus Shah Connor reached. O said it all of it, Agus, Fachtige Jeff Brennan, Jeff Ebola, Agus, in the horseshoe, the house and the dig. Ach, Sarah, Agus Glanta, Ege Fergal Flannery, Gidi James Regan, Nehewig, Afach, Wintergo, Ach, go Kalishach, Agus, Fish of the Nile. Marchin, Dahi Burke. Agus Matty Murphy, Edith Line. And the Arnold lead the hit. Point of Oin. Ige Kilkenny, the Curry Leiden, Dahi Burke. Stacha Joe, the Carno Ige. Ardelo. Shanson Sug, Richie Cummins. And Vattianta Richie. Ige Ian Duggan. Ian Glana, Gidi Luke Harney. Mach Harris Lorna Poitke, Agus Shahe. Walter Walsh, Walter on it in, on a pass and so good. Jeff Brennan, Jeff Glushach, chance and so chance Mehemu and son Martin Gaffney, me Overach, Johnny Cohn, Machatsa, John Tevline, with Davy Glennon, Killian Buckley, Killian Glushach, Killian Anish, James Gannon, James Abolach, Drochaun, or James.
Well, Kinton Jeff Brennan, Dul Treed and son, I guess, passage Takari, Gaffney and son, Rinna Dahi Burke, go home to son, just a clowning Shishtak and come on, I guess, the Kyle Gaffney and Chances after work, Kilkenny and Coach in the village, dear the crash stacks of Clare.
Marchin, Gaffney, we give him to stick the Huine, Trish O'Brien, Gloon, Emiliana, Taka Hernash, Ach, I said, Wahul, Pandedig, and so. Lord na huide.
The Caffar Ron Mike will, Fios, iteration takter, Imran Kilkenny, Sadala, Tashi, a Glushuk, Nis Farragus, Ta Love and Octor, Altico, Ilana Park, and Neil Glennon, Egam Coma, no Neil Donny Fox, Quigamaco, Egam Comas, and the Quigno made a news.
Agus, Ahara Hedianta, Kilkenny, but it didn't do. Jeff Brennan and Sug, Lushach the Reach, Jeff Maclish, Chansiga, Durishefe. Túrig Yacha ní bheith sé crín inis tá sé cín cura Seachrán ag Kilkenny. An bháisteach a titeman sa dar nó a barca chrócaig agus iad súd gléasta go má. Marsin. Nurgle Flannery, Drochaun, Mehema Harasha Devline, Deshansa, Kilkenny, Ollie Walsh, Dolly Nunsi, Achta Joseph Cooney, Eddie Dollop, Joseph Gortehe, Agus Big Muil, Vog, Eddie Nimmer to Dearn, on Reto de Shade, Rala Holanum to Raigas, Corlai Shachor, or Joseph.
Just a shake fight on spread Drich Tool and Son, Agus Big Chigatic and Sicknugo.
Marsin, Ollie Walsh, Bola. Agus Martin Gaffney, Mehemach, the Reem, a Chamoin, Far, Sha, Shludecha de Machi, Agus Kenneth Maher, de Machi, Agus Connor Bork, and Council of Walla. Shahe Connor, a Bola, Dachal Ashley, Mile Bork, and Mehewig, Shanson Sugget, Killian Buckley. Trastan on the post Ginish, good in so good Ollie Walsh, had Wishak Kama, Chance Gali, Ollie Bola, Gastan, Darnell Lee the hip, Queen Taylor Foes, a Gekil Finnick.
Well, on a Ruhan and Son of Ollie Walsh, you know, cart, you know, who just struck you and had a gooling and chin fake and Carve, you know, on the Farron Alevant, Agus Cooling Bronson.
Yurik Shekhay, Midigamon, Agus Harish Drasnon, Marsin, Fergal Flannery, Machgadi. Lord na Poet Kickers, the Reach, Niall Burke, Lena Lapach, Tittichan Taloon, Richie Dial, Shaher Richie Bola, Dahi Burke, Vertiente, the Hatak the Gouder, Johnny Cole, Vert Kuroheke Johnny, Yentagumaheke, Shaher Richie Dial, Tahi, the Blian and the Rigi Geshu, Dahi Burke, Vertiente again Tarnabouta, Wantige. Ollie Walsh, Kalish Dintatsa, Balkason, Jason Grealish, Sean Phelan.
Shagus Lawn Captain Sinead James McGran on Ray Torrenson, the Rook Sean Phelan or Chaman, Grealish and Shinagus, Kiwi and Sahinisha. Yeah, should be Grime Breher again, son at a law of and Chaman, Agus Kalish Kintagus to be on Ray Torren here and son.
Marsin, Shanson, again, Niliv. On Heat score a while, Satarnala, Niall Burke.
Agus dan nooit aan Kjonshan Hawk, Martin Love, en Ultrek, Kulkenigle, Tibel Den, meer dan is Agus dan Kjonshan, Tastal Gegeron Galif.
Sheriffin to Gadisa, again, Niall, Chance again, Kuyu Count, och no who, and so. Niall, a Bola, have no live clay, you have share over a Bautison. Shaking in his Kuramug and Dahev. Agus Braham Locht Kilkenny, Bader will tack the near Sabidinsa, Nime Shid initiation doing. Agus a Koruk Gamahansa, Brian Flaherty, Goody Niall Burke, Vanataloon, James Regan, Winter Offach, Agus Shahe, James Gannon, Winter Glow to the Ollie Walsh, County Shil Trasna, and so the Killian Buckley and the Skilligasher, chance to get Killian the Galista, Killian Buckley and the Lewis, and the hole to get Killian Buckley. Agus an immer to the Roycown the Mao reached.
Well, on a lead order on Friday and Son, Ali Walsh near Yakamon and Son, no, you'd have a lot of one and I can answer Killian Buckley, Shin Dullishtak, it's a cool dialogue, better come according to cool boy, they talk the mark better, made a no go out, Kilkenny Rash tax and Klehenish.
On Gardner lead the hit, or Shach Winte, with the Raw Winte, Agus. Kilkenny, a Tartar Nash, betrayen. Minik, again in Chedaulik, Kenneth Maher, Fanatalo, nach Shahed, Dahi Burke. Then you're going to let the cousin that may have been Kenneth Maher, Kenneth the Bulla, Agus, Neelahan, Fintavon after a point and son, no Kenneth Maher.
Well, Botuna Shin, Agus, Kenneth Maher, you know, Shansoon took just Dirk Agus, Hakushan, just non. Coolin after an issue, Agus, Rinshi the Nimmer Clare, or Houston Darala, on Galev, Imha, Aslan, Park, Agus, Gannick, Danavanava, done the Kilkenny gone.
Ian Norman Tiaganish, Marakin Chivitic logo score all a Galev, Shanson Tugga, Davy Glennon, Davy Bolanish, Goody Jason Grealish, Mehabuig, Neil, Ashinish, Davy Glennon the Reach, Agus Block all hut. Marsin, Luther hitter, Eridalov, on Dahev. Aan de jakke, aan Vertiente, in Eden Lee, Gekilgenik, Cousin Kuma, and so, Ian Duggan. Reached, Kilkenny, Hevru, Fós ar a dalamh, fós na lút ar étar. Négute. Agus an bhartíanta in éan léige Richie Doyle. Richie Bóla. Dahí borc trasna ansa go dtí Mark Gordon. Seo he Mark go glúiseach do Bóla ansa go dtí Donny Fox. Seansan is go Donny. Donny Bóla, count bra ard. A bhfuil sé Green. Tá sé Green. Count táchtach den Elivinson go Donny Fox.
Kintan sin Mike níháin go bhfuil sé táchtach tá sé anna háchtach na Donny Fox go húnta go sin fel an leidir agus imime go lána park agus ní an tuna go sin ige bud bhí an cúlín sin ag testáil go géar ní scráil si de fada ó nimut.
Mar sin áfaointe atra a láthar na huaide agus deis ige ansa ige Sean Phelan Kilkenny go chuir an únsaí ach sátha go glóta go dahí bort cad é mar chluithe go dahí bhfuiltige manna taobh líne agus Danny Kenny chur an cluitir amach Harris an taobh líne puck sleasa a bheith gabhann ansa mar sin inadithe ón dáthaíomh beidir tíar gáil chun techan páitcinsa tá Tadhg Harden agus Jerry Aylward Tadhg Harden den Gaillimh darnó Jerry Aylward a Kilkenny agus mar sin seansansa agus Shane Maloney an tógáil a anmh locáil dianta an san a Shane Shahed gáilisteach a Shane Maloney Shane ó ceann trasna aige bháide chur mú ige Shane Maloney.
Dyn sy'n gacro gwynt gyda sy'n bloc hwnt gyda sy'n o'n lar chwli yn sy'n Richie Doyle ac nhw'r ffwrsid Rashid a'n a Hansig Maloney ach rydyn sy'n gacro dy gart ac yn lid o'r corhan chas na'n.
Davy Glennon, y Shellif, yn so, tras na gyda Joseph Coney. Joseph y Bóla. Nordelo, agos yn so, ta Danny Kenny. Danny Fevro, bwylta agos gyda Ian Duggan ach Poxeir, Halais diantar Danny.
Wel, bwyle mae sy'n eich gael drist Mike yn son, capos nach rhaid Morano, nach o'n gor hasid yn fod ma'n edrych agos capos gor Casian Lirod.
Marsin, yn slitter y lor na poetge, desig e Cahal Kenny. Cahal i'r dalaf, Cahal Fevro, han verti yn tig e Cahal. Sio he, Derek Scope y fe hege. Stechan son na Joe na Carno ege pachtig y glortistig, yn so, agos sians yn madog shetig yn reitoi. Pa berre riist yn so kennis mahar. Marsin, Poxeir, da Kilkenny, desig yn vernal I dŵdi en fwynt y boen. Áfeinte an bhearna atra agus anna amíocht anna chluthe go dtí sa gcónaí.
Anna cluiche is sa dara lean san Kilkenny tá sí dúise sús agus tá gafní tar éis dul isteach an sin rimil na ceanóige ag muta dahí de bhórc agus bháilta bhailte amach í an cúne ar cléach sin an céad líród a chuig isteach san éar an sin agus gafní mórleidir agus fóise ach dahí de bhórc ifir trí ag go húntaach do Gaillimh chumá.
Martin Gaffney crom agus anna áard ar fad ach ní ginn sé an darúd bóla.
Well, Liana, she's kind of a kinte the Kyle Nile Bork chance she blian sin riv Lahama agus in the shock take talked on the Bork and Gaillimh.
Marsin ahrahe anianaf Tadhg Harden istig agus Dearn Ronan Badger imihe dro an taobh an so an taharús an diantig in Gaillimh agus ein fwyinte a bháin atra a láthar na huaide Ollie Walsh the Cosint an so nacht leis a rohar is géimena breatha fada ach mihil an so gadi Davy Glennon chance go Davy an módíide a bóla go hard agus anna aimsú ó Davy Glennon pointe inspiráideach.
Lán ceartta go an so agus de bhí smacht ag an duine seo sa chéad sin ag Davy Glennon bhí sé thbar as an cléan sin le dénoméadach anna chúlín go jo agus ag tastáil go géan an Gaillimh.
Agus Walter Walsh agus skippahead an dalamh ag beidir bhfuil.
Well, sinna capas ónáid so capas go raibh sé gub sé go den talú go handhapa ní sé sásta leis ceapan sé go raibh sé trabe ach cinna cearttaíonn an réitóra socha.
Mar sin deis eile den Nile Bork an so a chumas a chruinis an nochta gabh leis lár na páidce agus deis aige trí cín de faointí a chur idir na fórne. Nile Bork a bóla Stacha Joe an chuil ach taobh na láimh léib an tochtú ceann chur a mú inis ag an ngaile.
Agus sin is tóg an séú ceann ag Niall Burke.
Mar sin, Anna lappa an sunnar Luke Harney. Stachel Ashley, Jog Shillip, Chanson ge Martin Gaffney. Martin a bóla amachchan sa go dtí Cillian Buckley agus printed das aléthe das tappa ige Cillian Buckley.
Well, tána scilemáin an san ag Gaffney agus sin Cillian Buckley rís an takeíocht ag seasamh san áid ceart agus díra can an trasnáin.
Cúil agus ráchúlín ige Cillian go dísa. Mar sin
an bresanéir an sin
Mach go dtí lár na páice mar bhfuil Niall Burke, seansa go Niall ó chur glóte cumáin chur a bheith Richie Doyle. Seansa litsa go Niall agus a rís Richie Doyle. Dhéanamh bhearta go dtíon inadí Sean Phelan ach cuinte go heige Richie Cummins agus chalais diontar siúd puck saoil den ngaile.
Well, dá mai ige mu leis an ngaile bhain is cúpla slatisteach ón tíorlína sin agus neadar ó Halladón cé fanna líg Seamus McGrath the Cummins dul a roiig leis an íróid sin. Jimmy van Táistin thuaim se.
Deis an sa ag an ngaileh áfaointe a chur idir na fórne. Snéan chlog, hocht nómat agus dahad idir Shellin. Agus ceann a bháin atra a láthar na huide. Nimmer idir gá ceann na mea. Niall Burke a crumma. Ile ábhírín gír a bólach teir na lábhid isise agus ceann ile fós chur a mú ag an ngaileh na gín. Mar sin ach leis sliotar Harris lár na páidce agus deis an suige Cahal Kenny. Cahal bhuiilteige ilithe chúil go dtí Sean Phelan. Trasna na páidcin sa go dtí Jeff Brennan. Buinte go Jeff ach pachta har náise go Jeff agus a mihit rístfuig ige Brian Flaherty. Ó sa a dalamh. Se hé Jeff Brennan agus berir Janzír Jeff. Puck saoil go nóthe go Jeff Brennan. Joach de háid, bhí sé dásan idig cúil agus trí chúlíní.
Well, bhí an lámh timpealars ní ana sem mórrána as an tlíostoach ach bhí an lámh clé istíige ag cumá agus
Seansan suige Martin Gaffney. An scór a chóir mú bhuiilteige agus bhuiilte chur a múige. Seans cuisach bog óna.
Well, bhí mé chun an puinte dhéanamh go méid siad ar chóscóir an séúir ach bhí gachtain ag súil go bhfuoh Niall Burke an cúlín rih lehama agus sin sin seantas tréach chuilann siad an cléisiú a cúlín amháin beidh brón an a bhór an bhar sin.
Mar sin deisige Fergal Flannery-inis ceann sa bhóla fada hana chort. Bhuiilteige Fergal agus a rihinsa Davy Glennon. Chalais dionta an san ige Jolene. Mar sin deisile anis spéisiúil céthócaigh an ceansa Ronald.
Well, ní dólam go dóigh Niall Burke anis mar bhúil sé rointas na cína thóg sé ar stré agus measan go méid beidir Shane Maloney chun ceann seo thógant.
Se an farasóige ar a báid mar sin agus cúpla méadar leistigh den daobh líne.
Se agus mála dína bhínig tógan tugann sé a ceann breach an pólatáil ar dús ach seo ceann an iachar.
Se ile anna gír agus sinna fiochantar Geraldwood beidir chun tachan páidce Shane bóla na iarachta fad át chulín an san ó Shane Maloney.
Well, beidir dímáinis ar Matty Murphy nach raibh an fearseoigh tógan na pucan sé ó hús mar bheith sé amachchan gceata hena féin mór an cailt ag Niall Burke an san ach ceann glóid an san ag Maloney.
Mar sin seansan sa ige Ollie Walsh. Stacha John Chúine, Johnny Cohn ar a himach. Chalais diontar Johnny agus puck saoil den ngaile. Cinne anna rám chúiseach dionta an sa ige Richie Maloney, Walter Walsh tóca hid an báid agus Ger Aylward a bhí breúte ar na seachtaine i teacht chun páidce.
Well, you know, Chunnaker Moore ag Walter Walsh and Chin agus Dano Aylward ta Anna Hahi ag an level seo tá sé tapig agus tá sé skillú agus picture ag súl bedale, you know, couple Liro Doyle Susan Clehan week.
Agus Corta Bui an so get Killian Buckley. Marshin Stechan so get Donny Fox. Wulte Eraig and so Tyke Harden. Wanta Amach and so Lord na Poitke. Luterator, Connor Burke. Arna Shansiga Connor, Lana. Tyke Harden. Hungrachten, Dave Line, Wiltige, Trasna, Aige Voide, Agus Kaunele Fos, on Dehu Kaun, Kura Shachran, again Island.
Number 12, Jason Grealish, has been replaced by number 21, Niall Keary.
Niall Keary, attack the Stach, the Nilev, Agus Jason Grealish, a fog in the Portke.
Agus dá nóid fécinn típ in the park atá Joe Cooney immer súsar rimin na ceanóig expect sé dul macadí Clehan in is stocha macadín Cooney.
Marshin, an immer fós idir gá cheanna me áfaínta scarún tó chéile agus seo Killian Buckley. Killian Lochalha. Agus Ali Walsh, an bhachtíonta Ali. Joseph Cooney, Ali Hadnash. Slútar Edadala, b'machanis di James Regan. James Abola, Chanson Sagan Alif, and Gardner Aviadu, and Tinady and Sir, Niall Keary, Stachalosh Lee, whoa, well, and Todd Darragh, the goal boy, and so Neil Foss, Pachtanishiga, Davy Glennon, Lechol boy, the Stiginish, Agus Shahir Richie Commons, Yerachtud Blackalta, Davy Glennon, and Nahuit, Agus Wilte, Kevin Oliver Clay, Acniha, Pop Cook, Agus Chief Hidiviga on the island.
Well, Kimmy sin Anna Oberonson agus John Torrey tachtan sin agus de clownig sé week agus sin just a bhúlse macad an Talavanson seansún to get an galibh nó a fóisiad a raisiach you know the culture in na dáile.
Well, tá seans fós acu puinte a nóthú Shane Maloney chuid puinte ó Ileana Giro chéanamh puck chuig agus trí fihid.
Well, sa chéile ní réach John Tower you know rovaní nó típ na ceanóig agus níananig an blúir sin immerthe éon or dhéanamh dá bhuinín féin in Israel agus má híanaan líróisteach well má chun an galibh brúir beidir go bhfuil si chance le cúl dáil.
Mar sin ceann cinúnach go maith é seo mar má aimsing an ceansa beag cúl plán idir na fórne agus na nómatí sleanú leo bhfuiltige agus bhfuilte anmhathe fádige sífinte in isige Shane Maloney.
Well, trí finte ge ceann bháin an imime sa chéad lehan san agus an dá ceann seo ceann dachar ó fox agus an ceann sin teasca chuig agus an galibh trí cúlín chun tosaigh inis.
Nu sé bheith tíad Kilkenny bhfuil teachtaníar únta seo hé Donny Fox Stach Lashley Shane Maloney Nish Donald Fox Donny Fox ri Chansar Nashige beidir bachta tuige Tyke Harden Trasna na Portgedy Shane Maloney ach me hinis Joe Davy Glennon Davy Bola ceann bra fada Anna iarachta fada ó Davy Glennon Anna fainte.
Well, ceann the score an clé go dtí se Mike an san you know danse machan sin sa spás agus dul háin se trasna well ní a bhéonú in the ceann cósa thug sé stracií an tapig a haspáin na bíocht máhan san agus díar a ceann trasnáin.
Mar sin na choirí ile éan febrú agus rána coitiantachta minúr na galí chancín Brian Flaherty chórach go maith a bóla Anna gháil an súl cinithe Anna díar ar fad an sanna go Joling ar is litar bhfuiltige áfach go dtí Panatah Líne agus deise go ngáilibh dul in únsaí ach íon doganat san íon a bólan módíach an isige Kilkenny Decha Jonah Carnoig agus Palais dianta istig an san Jur Aylward puxéir páchtach nóthe de Kilkenny mar tá siad ceir faointe an déirig.
Well, an ceatan sin ag James Grad ní a bhéon gáin san an éair íanamh ag John Cohen san máí le an líróí dolíonáid agus bhí na corpanna cá timpanáite ach just ag túir seans tar éis dul ceir cúlín chun tosaigh bacóga meach an smachta chuí cumáid síosach seans cuiseach sin plínis do Gaffney agus istócha nach gaiigh sin ceann seo.
Martin Gaffney mar sin agus fiachant chláras góid a bóla agus ní lecht trí faointe idir na fórne Paul agus trí faointe inis ag Martin Gaffney agus Aharu and so Jeff Todd Donny Fox Mehe well Harlow Neil Gofoli Jeff Brennan Mehe Agus tá Padraig Walsh stig Jahar the Tammy Walsh Takach an Poirke Agus Shahe Shane Maloney Young Gadded Bultiga Shoot and Isti Tyke Harnan Yeshiga Tyke Bultiga Tyke Agasana well printed assets on the Tyke Harnan Printed talk.
Well, print an hawk the condol Kerriculin Contusig agus Arishan score sin Dente Egg Maloney ta Maloney Trace Tak the Mockery and Laliner Clegus on action I in again.
Marsin Schlitter Bultamach and Lord Napoit and so Hosent va a Yanavansaga Joseph Coney Bultiga Joseph on the Tabline Danny Kenny Stachaloshly and so good Richie Doyle Richie goody Editalovatsa Danny Kenny Gorte Nimmertalan Unterig and so Agus Richie Cummins the Derek accounts on the wall Pachta Harnashiga Richie Danny Idahan Hasabarish Plastic the Night Kiri Isla Bola count over in me over Anna Erach that have no have edition.
Well, Pew chance to hug down and son Kiminson and block oil das and so Agus Cooney Viche Korasuski in the Tosseg Matty Murphy aka bit of Botunishin or Honig Shiri straight to Anna Bolayan again.
Marsin Pokamach Agus Dehinisinish Ed Kilkenny Chance and so get Jory Aylward and Stitter get Jorad Luishach She Brutach we Berted against Johnny Cohn and son and Stitter Fachta Harnashiga Johnny on the Tavline and so get Richie Cummins Richie Mahalar na Poitke Leha Chulin so Danny Kenny Danny Fevro Winter Danny Berer Janzir Niall Kiri will Niall Amachan so get Tyke Harden Stitter get Tyke Amach get Niall Kiri Stachaloshly Agus the Koruk so Lechele Martin Hain and Stitter Quanta Machan so Agus Cole Tastal good train the topic of Kilkenny Gavaishade Dish and Suga Connor Bork Connor Abola Agus is Cumilish Camwillishay Achi Wollamach Harish Devlin.
And what can't think of Mike, Tan Trump Livergan in Sloan and Chinagus, Mata ain't out the good and Chin, Mata ain't I be good, well Bulamach Agus it's fair that the uncustody of an ish.
Martin Ollie Walsh. And counts a sucker to get Martin Gaffney, Mehe Jonah Carnoige, Dianashir at the counts of Walla Jonah Carnoige, Cadella Cadianache, Wilta Trasna, Aigevoidic, Johnny Cohn at Son, Savarna Boyd, Amach and so, Inish, Goody Niall Bork, Niall cousin to Baltison, Agus Shane Maloney and Togan Hagwashach, Chanceliga Shane Corkamoniga Joling it, Shane is Sheliv Harnash, Richie Cummins last mother, Albertin is Agus Richie Tachta Gaudid on Stitterga Richie Machlish Schlitter Gudi Tyke Harden Tyga Bola Type no Lava Clay Achtan Counts and Homale score on him.
When she run Carta and better air she's good on Brata Toss and Coon you watching the but Tasha Commander scoring and so
Mahalar na Park James Regan a Koruk Southern Isle Hulti Brian Flaherty Bola Modi the Khashtaha John Huini Tachtamach Danny Kenny and Schlitter de Hamonige Danny Bola Annette Lewin Agus Fachta Mohansoga James Gannon James Stajon Carnoige Anna Lana Dahibor Loyach Cosinton the Gali Ganayan Auris and Echer Dahi Anna Hosta Fatli and the Hadimmer Bahod Gemech Agus Matty Murphy Homa Machanishach Shahe James Gannon Kilkenny Train at Hoy the Hoil Edala Vanna Cosinton Sohege Brian Flaherty Brian of Washach Tagas will Polish the Neil in Machine Convertin again Niliv she had the Galiv the Curry Eden Agus Etil to Corona
until Tagas Brian Flaherty and Chin Agus Dahi Bork and Burton Chin of the Jigs of the Shea right like she done Bun Clock Agus David Glennon Lawn Park to get like Anna Klishta Anna Skilu Agus Lawn Tiltako
Agus Tachtarnash Madianta ag Kilkenny dús an tarna le a rís bead an Galway buise a chríochnig.
Well, bhí an Galway an is fear bhí sé tríd is tríd agus taréis an ceann a chailúnt an bblin chatte beganas hás a bhar Matty Murphy agus an bhar na gutine.
Mar sin an Galway buachach ansa in éan lé chéiricín do cholíní faras báidecha agus iad anahasta le héin sé dí mua na bliana an idig. Sné Ronan Badger an son agus Matty Murphy agus féchar sin de gáide an son agus bháil buchas léna irin anna riméad anna áhas ar fadid go bhfuil an bhartíontaige ar na choirí ile éireann tríos dí mua na bliana an idig agus dar nó ís lagmhis nachas dócha Kilkenny ach beg Kilkenny ar náis agus bín siad a gcónaí agus beisiad ar náis go trían.
Well, beg agus bhí cúpla imróúnta go Cillian Buckley ach go háide bhí th bar agus James Gannon ó hanis daán na parka bhí sé anna bhar fad dal le ach níidir siad a bheith gerán tríd is tríd de bhí an Galway níos cliste dúsáid na líróid go húntaach ag fécinn caribh na himróí agus ag tuair pasna an das ar fad agus ag fécinn ó hús an cléige dí an deire ní féidir éon gerán a bheith Kilkenny de bhuaig an Galway agus bíad an is fear.
Agus an scór dearnachansa agus sláán ágannta goibh fecht tamlín leis na minúid dó cúg díag a Galway dó héanaíag ag Kilkenny agus leis sin tras na chútsa Michael Lester.
And your commentators on this afternoon's All-Ireland Minor Hurling Final were Micheál O'Shea and Donal O'Grady. Now, Cyril Farrell and Gerlach Nan with me here in our Croke Park studio. Now, we've lost Mus Mackay for the moment. You'll see in a little while because he has other business to attend to here at Croke Park this afternoon. But Cyril Farrell, obviously, as Donal O'Grady said there, he reckoned, the Galway were by far the better team in the game. And another important win, I suppose, from Galway Hurling's point of view.
Yeah, no Matty Murphy from last year. They were waiting for this game from last year because it just felt to let one slip last year. This is a great performance. Conditions are bad down there. They played out of their skins. Kilkenny came right back into the second half. And they got scores, they got fantastic scores. There was great skill, even though the ground is very wet, on both sides. And really, to see the likes of young Shane Maloney there, when things are going well for Burke from the freeze, it was hard to take them. Maloney's only 16 years of age, stepped up and slapped him over. That's a team of great talent. Now, Matty was saying to me all along, he thinks that it could be the best minor team ever had. And I was saying, God, that's a turbo statement because you're putting pressure on yourself and you have the whole world talking about you. But he really believed that they made some vital switches. The lads, young Fox played centre back, the last played wing forward today, and Flaherty from Abbeynock, my football country, played wing forward, the last played centre back today, and young Hearn from Salt Hill would have been very unlucky, I think, not to have made the team. Came on and showed that he was good enough to be on from Salt Hill, which is great to see. The whole thing in Galway begin to spread, and it's great for the future, and these fellas will go on to greater things.
You would feel that, we never know with minors what they're going to turn out, but looking at some of the lads on that Galway team, you could see them mature into good players at senior level.
The only thing is, of course, we have seen so many great Galway minors, especially forwards, small, fast forwards coming in here and not making it a senior after. But there's a good character about this team, and a good physical strength about them as well. And down the middle, they have some outstanding players. Young Glennon at midfield is a massive prospect. Dahi Burke, absolutely full back. And the other Burke, the other corner backs. Their whole back line was absolutely terrific. And if Galway are looking for anything, it's looking for backs.
Point. Yes.
Exactly. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for the defenders.
And looking in actual fact down the middle of the field, as you said.
That's right. Strong men down the middle of the field. You see Burke at centre forward, Glennon at midfield, Flaherty at centre back. He was, I don't know where he was the last day. He was wing forward the last day. He went in centre back today. He was absolutely terrific. Full back, brilliant. All over the field they were very, very good. And really, the story of the match is Kilkenny had launched that big onslaught just after half time. They had 3 wides in 2 minutes, and then Buckley got the goal. Only for that, Galway would have been out of sight very early.
And they would, because Galway got 2 goals in that first half. Now I know Kilkenny got 1-0, but those goals, and they could have got a couple more as well.
You see, they have forwards capable of doing this, and Richie Cummins was captain of the team. Here again, now the ground conditions have a nice bit to play this. Puck out here. Look at Regan comes onto this ball, little flick, comes in along, lovely, kind of not too long, not too fast. Down here now, Badger gets in here and throws himself around. Now this ball could have gone anywhere. He gets a flick at here, goalie comes to a good save, but Richie does an unusual thing, picks it up and flicks it into the back net. Flick of the wrist, he is a great wristy hurler, and it's goals like that can win matches. Now that was the first goal that Galway kind of set them on the road. Now Kilkenny came back and got a great. Now Badger was a hard lucky, but
it's a beautiful flick.
Flicks up, and like most fellas would clip on the ground. Even coaching you'll be acting to hit it on the ground. Now this is young Maloney. This guy's from Teen Abbey down the road from us. He's only 16. Most fellas are screened put over there. Watch this. Now Richie's coming on the right. Look at Richie drawing back, flick across. Now the goalie had to come faster. Richie catches it, bang, back in net. To me, that was that was a goal really that set Galway up, because it just came before half time and put icing on the cake for them. Again, young Maloney, like, he's going to be something else. He reminds me, Tom, I sent to before the game, of a young Owen Kelly. Now, he wouldn't have known Owen Kelly growing up young, but he's a replica of young Owen Kelly.
Well, when you think of his age, sir, like, you know, he's still under 16, he's 2 more years at minor. And he showed such maturity today. Like Niall Buck was missing the freeze. He came out, he took freeze, even on the 65-yard line.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, a young lad at 16 in All-Ireland final, a wet ball, comes out 65 yards out for the goal and puts the ball over the bar. Great maturity, great skill for a fellow of his age.
We mentioned the importance of David Glennon at midfield. Now, he played very well, got a couple of good scores as well. He's from the Mother Club, of course. Pete Finnerty was watching the match down in front of me. Peter would be proud of him. But Glennon is a fair operator.
Oh, he's a terrific operator. He has every skill, and he wasn't just today. He did it in the semi-final as well, the very same way. His work rate is unbelievable. He's as tidy. He's kind of an Ollie Canning type player. Really tidy. Beautiful striker of the ball. Now look at the distance he's out from the goal on the 65-metre line. Wet ball, bad day. Right over the back. Exactly. If he's under the senior team,
he's after coming back from a fractured finger. But it's a tough bit of stuff. Like, his father would have played all his life for Mulla. This lad is bred in the purple to play.
Yeah, but you're right there. Like, if that was in the senior match later on, we'd say, God, there's a terrific front. And there's a young lad of 17 or 18 doing it. He's a huge prospect for Galway.
I think we should say, you know, Galway were probably the better team on the day, but given the conditions, and they were slippy enough out there, both teams, Cyril and Ger, showed a lot of good skills today out in that match.
Yeah, there was good skills. You'd have to say this, the minor championship in general, Mike, was a good championship. Here, like, again, now, look, this fella is a kind of a prospect. Dahi Burke, strong forcer from Turlough Club, kicks it out the other way here. Look at this again now, very pick up, like, some of the Kilkenny players are very good. Block and stop and start. This is young Fox here again. Like, it's hard enough. This is Joe Cooley. He did a thing just like his father. In the second half, he's lovely with these little hand passes. He can do things that other people can't do. Go for a while.
I've been beaten. Kilkenny are here early, as usual with them. Tipperary not arriving yet. Now, I know Tip are usually out the road in the Clonagale Fontenoy Club having a puck around. That's their usual procedure. But coming a little bit later.